For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Welcome to another edition of the Focus program. My name is Paul Dingeman. We are glad you are along. As we mentioned last week, we're in the midst of moving from one studio to a brand new studio at St. Clair City Hall. That progress is coming along slowly, but we are on the road again this week for a project that is coming up the first part of September that you should be involved in and you should know about. And that's why we're here at the Gregg Park in St. Clair, where they have a project called the Imagination Station Rebuild. Trice Hawkins, Director of Recreation in St. Clair, welcome to the Focus program.
Thanks for having me.
You were here, and so was I, and some other people that we're going to talk to later, 25 years ago. What happened 25 years ago?
It was the original build of the playground, and just like this one, it was a community build, and the whole community got involved.
It was spectacular. There was Blue Water Plastics, Pine River Plastics, all the plastics industries that were really booming at the time, donated their manpower, donated their tools, and everybody came together in 1 week, right?
Right, and it's the same format. We need donations, we need volunteers, we need services, any type of donation that would help us rebuild this again.
You have started just not a week ago. You started a long time ago, I mean a month or 5 months or a year ago, to get some ideas and get the thing started. Talk to me about that.
Well, actually, I started a couple years ago when we did an assessment of the playground, a safety assessment, and that really determined the need for the rebuild. So it was safety, it was accessibility for the playground, and also the condition. You know, it's a wood structure. It was just failing in a lot of places, and so that made the decision. One of our first stops was to the Community Foundation of St. Clair County. They got behind the project, and then it's been building since then. Rotary was one of our first donors for the project. So when we have those kind of partnerships, it really helps the project go
You have a pretty big number to meet. What is that number?
Our budget was $288,000. So we're going to change our thermometer this week. We're over that $200,000 mark. We have some grants that are still pending. And when services are donated and materials are donated, that reduces our budget, of course. So we're closing in on that gap. But Play by Design is the company that's helping us do the build. They said that's pretty typical. Your last month is your big donor month. So it's maybe those small businesses, those individuals that haven't been asked yet, or that they've heard about the project and they're kind of waiting to see. So we are definitely need donations, and we definitely need volunteers to help build.
Okay, let's talk about, you got a brand new brochure out called Image for One Moment. Imagine for one moment. If you can, think how you can help the community of St. Clair reimagine. Talk to me about this, where they can pick it up. And they've got, in here is a drawing of the new building.
Yes.
The new building.
So this brochure has everything that we feel you need to know, and it's available on the City of St. Clair Recreation website, stclairrec.com. So you can sign up. You just click a button and you can sign up, and there's 3 shifts a day. It's September 10th through the 15th. So there's 3 shifts a day. We need about 80 people per shift.
80 people, wow.
Yes. Skilled, unskilled workers, whatever your ability will put you to work. And so you can do that. There's also information on how to donate. We are selling picket fence posts, and you can have your name engraved on the posts or in memory of, or your family. And those are still available. And that's another fundraiser that we're doing. So there is a schematic drawing of the playground, and the highlights of the playground will be we are putting in a zip line.
Oh, good.
Which is fun. And then we have an all-inclusive merry-go-round, which is that all abilities can use, but a wheelchair can actually fit on the merry-go-round and either on their own or with assistance, they can enjoy the ride like everybody else. So those are, and then there's a fairy house, a science center, a spaceship, a boat, a lot of just creative things that we got through the kids' ideas and working with the designers. So
Let's go back to the kids' ideas. You had some meetings with the students, with elementary school children?
right, we actually handed out to all the schools for them to draw their design, and then we had the designer come in and share those. The kids shared those ideas with them, and that helped us come up with the different themes. Like I said, the ferry, the space ship, and things like that. So
Great stuff. What have you got here?
this is just a donation jug, just to remind you that we're taking donations. And Neiman's, they're taking donations there. Ace Hardware, Coghlan Jeweler, Great Clips, City Hall. You can certainly come into City Hall and make a donation anytime, or just, contact the rec department.
Well, I noticed on the back of this brochure you have 4 little coupons that people can use. One is for the engraving picket fences. One is for funding, and donations over $1,000 will be listed on the website.
Yep.
And a little coupon for volunteering, and for meal donations. What's that one?
Yes, well, some people are going to volunteer all day, so we will feed you.
Oh.
On site, so we don't lose you. You don't leave and don't come back. So, and the other thing is we will provide childcare if you need it, and that's on the volunteer sign up. You can check that off if you need childcare, or that might be an area you can volunteer in if you really aren't comfortable doing any construction and things like that. So, I will say I wanted to recognize a few people for the demo, because they really stepped up and helped us out. West Haven Builders, they actually came in and brought a piece of equipment. We saved 2 of the towers from the original build that we're going to repurpose into our design, and we needed a big piece of heavy equipment to help us move those towers, and they were right there to help out. And then the demo, Raymond Excavating, Dave Sweihofer, our city DPW, and we had to do some tree removal, and Jacobson Tree Service, really, they just donated their time to make this possible, because this is a big part of it, doing all the prep work so that we're ready to build in September.
Well, we salute you. We salute the people that are working with you, your committee. Riley Alley is involved, and her husband, and who else?
Mike Gnup, Matt Alley, and Jason Stoltz are the co-coordinators. Riley Alley is the volunteer person. Nikki Mowers is the fundraising committee chair, and all of these people have full-time jobs and families, and they're very community oriented. Like, they're involved in Little League, they're involved with PTOs and all this and that. So they're volunteering their time, which is awesome to work with them too.
So I need more information. Where do I get it?
The best place to go is stclairrec.com, the website, or call the recreation department. And they do have the names and numbers of the individual committees on there too, if you need to contact a committee direct.
So don't think you can't help because you don't want to pick up a hammer or you don't want to be there. There are many, many things you can do.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. That's it from Trice Hawkins herself, who is coordinating all this huge effort. But the one ingredient we need is you. We're going to be right back here at Focus at Imagination Station with a brand new doctor, a pediatrician, who has just come to River District Hospital. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Focus Set. And as we said, we are on location again for the second week. We're in the midst of moving from one studio to another, and that's an exciting. We'll get into that and tell you all about that as that progression is being made. But there's also some progress at River District Hospital, and we want to meet the brand new pediatrician, Jennifer Nims.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Welcome to the Ascension River District Hospital. Talk to me about you and what you do.
Thanks. I'm a pediatrician. Just finished all my training and now joining at River District Hospital and working in the River District Family Practice Office.
How come you picked childcare?
Well, kids are fun. It makes life more interesting, and they're innocent, and it's fun to work with the parents and the child to try and get them healthy and the best they can be.
You are originally from Bay City,
Yes.
and how do you like our blue water?
Oh, I love the water. It's nice to have some country and water, and
Yeah.
it's peace of mind.
Where did you have your internship?
I trained at Children's Hospital in Michigan,
Oh,
downtown
wow.
Detroit.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Well, Ascension, it really has a good stronghold here, and we need people like you. Talk to me. Your practice is going to be at River District Family Practice.
Yes.
Which location is that of that?
It's in one of the professional buildings
Okay.
right next to the hospital.
Right next to the hospital.
Yep.
And what should parents look for? How soon should they come to see you?
Oh, anytime. Kids should have a checkup at least once a year, and more if they're less than a year old. They should be much more frequent. So if they haven't been in to see a doctor recently, they can come on down.
The big controversy about shots. Do you want to get into that subject today or not? I didn't tell you ahead of time I was going to ask that question, but they're important, aren't they?
They're definitely important. They're the best way to protect kids from things that are going around, and
they're safe.
And they're safe. And if you have any questions, they can come talk and more in depth.
Okay. And children stay with a pediatrician for how long?
Up until they're 18.
Until 18?
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't leave at 12 or 13 years old.
If they want, they can go to a family practice doctor when they get a teenager, but we're happy to see them till 18
Okay.
and address all adolescent issues.
So it's fun. Well, welcome to the community.
Thank you.
We're glad that you're here and hope you stay for many, many, many years.
Yes, I hope so.
Okay, that about it for this edition of the Focus program. We welcome Doctor to the Blue Water area and to Ascension River District Hospital. We suggest you stay tuned at the top of the hour right after this broadcast, and we're going to have another Focus program, which was recorded a while ago with Hale Walker, and talks about this imagination station. Runs about 23 minutes, but it's the review of the program from 25 years ago. There was a video made 25 years ago, and you'll see lots of people that you know, and you'll see how this imagination station was originally built. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.